Good evening, everyone. Okay, I'm trying to get my screens together. I had to come out the other stream. Something was going on. So I'm trying to get my streams together. Yeah, I'm trying to get my screens together. Drop your cities and state when you come in. Y'all drop your city and state when you come in. I had to get on another stream. Something was wrong with my stream, so I had to get on another stream. So, guys, drop your city and state when you come in. All right, guys. Where you guys tuning in from? Where you all tuning in from? I'm just trying to let everybody know that I'm on another stream. I was having technical difficulties on that other stream, so I had to exit out and come back in. So I'm just letting everybody know where I am. How is everyone's evening so far? How was everyone's evening? Hey, Cassie. All right, Atlanta, Georgia. In Fort Lauderdale, Florida. How you doing? How you guys doing? So, like I said, I was having problems earlier. I had to end the previous stream that I was in, and then I had to come back in. So, what I'm gonna do is today we will be designing in Canva. I'm not gonna hold up too much time, but we will be designing in Canva. So the first thing you're gonna do is let me go ahead and share my screen. So can everybody see my screen okay? Can everybody see my screen? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Canva. Okay, let me pull up. Get down here. We're going to pull up canva.com. Okay, so when you get to canva.com, this is the screen you'll see. If you have an account, I want you to go ahead and click log in. Now, I do have a Canva account, so it automatically logged me in. Matter of fact, I'm already in Canva, so it automatically logged me in. But if you don't have an account, go ahead and create an account. And when you create an account, you will see this screen. When you get to this screen, the first thing you're going to do is, let's see, right here on the upper left-hand side, you're going to create a design. Okay, so when you hit create a design, right here on the left-hand side, you want to scroll down to where it says custom size. And today we're going to do 4,000 width by 4,000 height, and we're going to leave the units on pixels. So we're going to do 4,000 by 4,000. And then, like I said, we're going to leave it on pixels, and we're going to create new design. Okay, so this is how your workspace will look once you log in on Canva. This is how your workspace will look. Let me put on my little reading glasses. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a football design, and you guys can go ahead and follow along with me. So we're going to go over here to the left-hand side, and we're going to click on element. So we will be designing from scratch. So right here in the search bar, you click on it, and I'm going to click on, I'm just going to type red football helmet. All right. So I will be using graphics. So I'm going to go right here where it says graphics, and I'm going to look at all the graphic designs that Canva has. Now, if you have watched any of my previous videos, you know if you don't have the paid version of Canva, you can only use the elements without a crown by it. And just say if you're using the free version, you can go up here where the 3 lines are. You can click on this and go down where it says price and click on free and just click over to the right. And then that way you can click on any element right here. So these are all the free elements. All right. So that way you don't have to go through like each design to find out what's free and what's paid. So I do have a Canva Pro account. So I'm going to click right here and I'm going to clear all. All right. And now I'm going to scroll down. So I already know like what design I'm going to use. I'm going to use this design right here. And well, these elements, I'm going to click right here and it's called American Football Helmet Vector Designs. So that's the design I'm going to click on. If you guys want to follow along, you can follow along. And just say, for instance, if you want to see more designs like this, you just click see more like this. And then they'll show you more designs like the ones, the previous ones. So you can scroll through here and see if it's something in here you like, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and expand it. But what I'm going to do is a lot of times when you use Canva elements, you can only like edit or modify the images so far. So what I'm going to do is I need a green helmet and I need a red one. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this image and you'll see why. And I'm just going to bring it down. So now I'm going to click on my first image And I'm gonna go up here to where it says crop, and I'm gonna crop it. So I just want the blue right here. All right, so I'm gonna crop it and I'm gonna get as close to the helmet as possible. And I'm gonna click done. So now I have the single helmet by itself. I'm gonna click on the second image. I'm gonna do crop, and I'm gonna crop it because I just want the red one, and I'm gonna click done. All right, there it is. So now I have two separate images. So I'm gonna bring both of them up. All right. And so now I have both of them. So the next thing I'm gonna do is right now I'm highlighted. I have the red one highlighted. So I want to change the color. So the red here is okay. So let me make sure this is red. I don't know. I don't think this red. So I'm gonna click on the red. Okay, I'm gonna X this out. I'm gonna click on the red right here. And in my search bar, I'm gonna type red because I want to make sure it's red. It looked like a dark red. So here is red, and I'm gonna click on it. All right. And so the trim is gray. So I'm gonna click on the gray right here, and I'm gonna type in white. All right, so here is white, and I know because the hex code is FFFF. I'm gonna click on it, and then it changes my image, the trim white. So next, all right, is a cranberry. So they have like a cranberry in the inside. I'm gonna click on that. I'm already highlighted over it, and I'm gonna change that white because we just used this. So I'm gonna change that white. All right. So next I'm gonna go to the blue one. All right. So I want this to be a green helmet. All right. And right here, I'm gonna highlight it and I'm gonna type green. All right. So this is green. And then right here, where it's blue, look like a navy blue, I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna type white. And I'm gonna change that white. So my t-shirt image is gonna be for a black shirt. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that now. I'm gonna click on the background right here where it says background color. I'm gonna click on it again, and I'm just gonna type black. There it is. And I'm gonna change that black. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find some footballs to add to this image. So I'm gonna find some footballs. So I'm gonna X this out where it says colors and it's on elements. And I'm gonna type in football. And I'm gonna hit enter. All right, so I'm gonna go to graphics. And here's all the graphics. And I'm gonna go ahead. This one was cute too. But I'm gonna go ahead and choose this first one. All right, so I'm choose this one and I'm gonna resize it and put it like right there. So next I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this and I'm gonna put another one on this side, but I'm gonna go up to the top and I'm gonna click flip and I'm gonna flip horizontally. Okay. And that should be about right, the same size right there. So I'm gonna leave that there. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna group this. So I'm gonna highlight over this and I'm gonna group this one and I'm gonna highlight over this one and I'm just gonna click group. Okay. So next I'm gonna go right here back to elements, and I'm gonna X this out. And where it says search elements, I'm gonna type in NFL. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, why did it switch? All right, so right here, I'm gonna go to graphics. And this is cute too. I like these letters. Hold on, I like the letters. I'm just gonna start at. But I want this right here, this NFL symbol. Now, like I said, if you don't have the pro version, you cannot use this. And the pro version is the paid version of Canva. It's $12.99 a month. So if you have the free version, let's click on the 3 lines and let's do free. And I'm gonna click to the side. That way you can see what they have free. So this is all they have free. So you would have to use something else or just leave it blank. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click on this and I'm gonna clear all because I do have the paid version. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. All right. And it's called, see, it's called NFL illustration. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it. You could do more like this, and then it will show you more items like this. So if you want to go and get one of these items in place of this, just in case you don't have the pro account, you could do that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my design and I'm gonna go ahead and resize this. I'm gonna resize it and I'm gonna put it about right there. I'm gonna go to position and Canva is telling me it's in the center. Okay. So let me put this. I'm gonna put this up here for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight these two. That way, you know, when I resize it, it's all grouped together. I can do it, you know, together. It's not grouped together yet. So I'm just making it a little bigger. I'm gonna go to position and I'm gonna put it, oops, I forget I can't do it like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna slide it over and you see the line right there. It's telling me it's in the center. Okay, so then I'm gonna bring my NFL back down. All right. And then next, let me see. I'm gonna go over here for text, T for text. I'm gonna click on that. And I'm gonna do add a heading. So I'm just gonna click on that. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Okay. I'm gonna double click it because I want to edit it. So right here, I'm gonna type in Eagles and I'm gonna do it in caps. Okay, so I want to make it a little smaller. And I'm gonna bring it right there. And I'm just gonna size it down some to make sure it fits like inside the helmet. All right. And let me see, I want to change the font. So I'm gonna go right here where it says font. And then I'm gonna use some recently used fonts that I used already, but I'm gonna type in sports world. And you guys can type it in. You may and may not have it, but all the results will appear here. So if you have it, go ahead and click on it or click on a font that you like. All right. So I do like that, but let me make it a little bit smaller so it can fit inside of the helmet. And next, I'm going to go to effects because I want to put an outline on it so it can pop. So right here under style, I'm going to go to outline. All right, so the color is in gray, but I'm going to click on it. And this is my document color. So this is black, and I'm going to click on the black. All right. So now I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna change my thickness. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. Because like I said, I want the image to pop, all right? Okay, so I'm gonna put it, let's see. I'm gonna put it at 100. And so I'm gonna go ahead and click over here to the side. So now I'm gonna click on my font and I'm gonna duplicate it because I'm gonna do the same thing on that side that I'm gonna do the same thing on this side that I did on that side. But I'm gonna change the font and I'm gonna go ahead and double click it and I'm gonna put Chiefs. Okay. And I just size it up. And Canva is just letting me know that it's aligned with the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead on my left-hand side. I'm gonna go to my panel on my left-hand side and I'm gonna go down to apps. All right, so when you guys click on apps, you wanna type in, like these are the Discover apps and these are your apps. You may not have the same apps that I have. So we're going to click on Discover and we're going to go to an app called Text Maker. So it's TextMaker. Here it is right here. You want to go ahead and click on this app. So once it bring up your results, you're going to click on this first one. It's called Text Maker. If you click on the three dots, it gives you the information about it. But I'm going to go ahead and click on it because I want to use this. I want to use this app. So I'm going to scroll down and it tells you, it gives you like the different styles. So you can look through here. You got graffiti, you got metal. And let me click on metal. I normally just scroll through the whole thing. All right, so I'm gonna be using the silver font because I like that. So if you click on metal, because I want to click on metal, that's the font style I want to use. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down and I'm gonna select silver font. Okay, and that's my silver font. So right here in the text box, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this and I'm gonna do Super Bowl. I'm gonna hit enter and then I'm gonna do 2025. All right, so when I look at it, this is telling me how my font will look. All right, so everything else is good. So I'm gonna hit add to design. All right, and then you will get to this screen. Medium is fine. The quality, medium is fine. Because if you put it on, like if you do high or whatever, you do need the pro version of this app. I don't have that and I'm not paying for it. So I'm going to use whatever comes with my Canva subscription, which is the medium. And I'm going to click add to design. All right. So here's my image. And I'm just going to go ahead and resize it. And I'm going to go right here to the three dots where it says more and where it says align to page, I'm going to do center. All right. So now we got that part done. All right. So is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? I know YouTube is a little behind from Zoom. So I just want to make sure everybody is with me. And then I'm going to go ahead and proceed. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to just bring this over. I'm gonna bring this over about right there. So I want the helmet in the front. So I'm gonna click on it because I do have these grouped together. I'm gonna go up here where it says position, and I'm gonna click bring to the front. So like the part of the helmet is like in front of this element. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna bring to the front. Okay, and then you can like align it. Okay, so let me make sure this is in the center. So it is. Okay, and you can bring that up a little. All right, so next I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna get out of text maker. I'm gonna go back, scroll up to the top, and I'm gonna go to elements. All right, so I'm gonna X out the NFL because I'm gonna clear this. And then I'm gonna type in sparkles. Okay. All right. And so right here, I'm gonna do graphics, and then it gives you white sparkle, sparkle background, gold sparkle, sparkle. It gives you all of that. So let me see. I'm gonna click on this one, and it's called white sparkles and lens flare light. All right. I'm gonna just go ahead and start it. So just in case I want to use it again, I can see it in my favorites, and I'm gonna click on it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. I'm gonna resize it. Oh, where's my words? Hold on, y'all. My words in the back. Let me click on this. I'm gonna go to position, layers, and I'm gonna bring my words to the top because I guess when I resize it and group my images, my words disappeared. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and reposition my words, and I'm gonna click on this Chiefs, and I'm gonna bring it in front of the red helmet, and I'm gonna reposition this. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm like, wait a minute, something is missing. So I'm gonna get my sparkle and I'm gonna put it like on top of the S. So it looks like, it's like bling popping off of it. So I'm gonna go to position because it looked like it's in the back. Hold on. But it says it's in the front. So it says in the front. Okay, yeah, it is in the front. It looked like it was in the back. So I'm gonna put it right there so it looks like bling is popping off the letter. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate it. This one not really blingy. It's not really blingy. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate it again. It's not sparkly like I really want it, but we're gonna leave it like that. All right, and then I'm gonna duplicate it again. So I'm just, pretty much like putting it around the image. Let me see. It's not, I don't like that. It's not blingy enough. Hold on. Let me see which ones I use. I used one earlier. I used this one. I think that's the same one. Hold on. White sparkles. I think that's the same one. It is. I don't know why it looks different. So that's the same one that I used earlier, but doesn't look like it's sparkling as much. So I'm just gonna put this probably right here. And then I'm going to duplicate it again. And I'll put that right there. All right, guys. So you do have a design. So this is one design that we created. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and group this together. I'm going to group this. All right. And then you can kind of resize it. And next, I'm going to add a page. I'm going to change my page white. And right here is white, or you can use document colors. I'm just going to do white. And I'm going to go right here to elements. And I'm going to type in men in black t-shirt, because now I'm going to do a mock-up. And I'm going to hit enter. So next, I'm going to go to photos because I do want to use a photo. And this one right here is perfect because pretty much I really don't want to use like, I don't need the face. I don't need any of that, but I really like this one right here. This is the one that I was using. But just to display the image, you don't need the face or anything. You just need the lower half of the body. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to go to the three dots, and it's called Men in Black T-shirt outside falling snow. So I'm going to click on this. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the three dots more. And I'm going to set this as the background. All right. And that's fine for me. So I'm going to click on my image and I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy. All right. So then I'm going to go back to my second page and I'm going to paste this. And you just go ahead and resize it. After you just resize it. And there you go. It's in the center. So you got a nice design. All right. So next we can go ahead and make another design. So I'm going to click on page one. I'm going to click on the three dots right here. And I'm going to click duplicate page. So now I'm going to ungroup this because I want to make a different design. So when I ungroup it, I'm going to take this element out. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete my text. I'm going to delete that. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to text. And I'm going to scroll down. And I use this one right here. So Canva has like pre-made text that you can use where they put like different fonts together, like font combinations. So I'm going to click this one right here. And when I click on the three dots, here is the description. So I'm going to click on this one. And I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to bring it up to the top. So when I bring it up to the top, I'm just going to go ahead and resize it. Okay, I'm going to just put it right there. I'm going to grab my bottom half and I'm going to move this down. All right. So now I'm going to go up here to my text and I'm going to ungroup it. I'm just going to move this down a little bit. I'm going to go to where it says super. I'm going to double click and the super is fine because I do want it to say Super Bowl. All right. So I'm going to click on it. And the first thing I'm going to do, let me change my background first. So this is going to be on a white shirt. So I'm going to click on my background where it says background color. I'm going to do white. All right. So what I need to do is I need to change my image around. So right here, because I do have the trim of the helmets, I do have that white. I'm going to change that to black. So where it's white, right here, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to use my document colors and I'm going to change it to black. Let me ungroup this. Let me see. I think this is grouped together. Okay, they don't have it grouped. So let me do it again. Okay, Canva has it gray. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to do black. All right. And then I'm going to click on this one. And let me see. Click on, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do this one. I don't think this black. Hold on. So I can't edit that piece. So like I said, some Canva elements you can't edit. Okay, so I'm gonna do this black. There it is. So it finally changed to black. So it will only change this part right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and group this together. All right, so I'm gonna group that. I'm gonna go back up here to my text. I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna change right here. I'm gonna change the color to white. Okay. And then I'm gonna go right here where it says effect and my outline right here. I'm gonna change this to black. All right. So after I do that, I'm gonna go right here to the font and I'm gonna change that. So I'm gonna use what did I use? Let me try the sports world. Okay. So that's fine too. I could use that or trying to see what other font that I use. Let me try Varsity. I like Varsity as well. So I'm gonna hit enter and let me see. And guys, like I said, you may and may not have the same fonts that I have. So if you don't have the Varsity font, just use something similar. I'm going to click on yearbook solid. Okay, and that's fine right there. I'm going to go ahead and resize it. Now, the outline is too thick. So I'm going to go right here where it says effect. And I'm going to change the outline to like about 100. Okay, and it's still kind of thick. Okay, I'm going to change it to like 50 because it's kind of thick. Okay, and then I'm gonna click on the second part. I'm gonna bring it down and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna change the color. So I'm gonna click on text color and I'm gonna do it black. All right, and I don't want to change all. I'm gonna click over right here where it says effect and I'm gonna click on the color and I'm gonna do it white. All right. But next, I want to change the font. I'm going to go up here and change the font. And let me see. I'm going to change it to the yearbook. Not the yearbook. Let me see what font I had on here. Yes. So I'm going to change it to the yearbook, but I need to change my text. I forgot to change my text. So my text is going to say bold. Hold on. So I'm going to double click it. And I'm gonna change it to bold. I'm like, wait a minute, I know something is off. All right, so let me click on that. Let me go to effects, make sure everything is right. I'm gonna click on color and it does have it on white, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take the thickness down because this is for a white shirt. All right, so I'm just gonna resize it some, make that a little bigger. I'm gonna while I have the super highlighted, I'm gonna click on position. arrange, and I want to make sure it's in the center. All right, so I'm gonna click on bold, and let me make that a little bigger. But I'm gonna make it bigger, but I want it smaller than the super because this is the font combination that I'm using. All right, so I'm gonna click right here and click right there, and it's in the center. All right, so let me just bring it down. Oops. So I didn't mean to click that whole thing. So I'm just trying to click the font and just bring it down a little bit. Okay, so now I have that part. So next, I'm gonna go to text again. I'm gonna go over to the left, T for text. And I'm just gonna click right here where it says add a heading. I'm gonna click right there. All right, so I'm gonna click over to the right and I'm gonna bring this down. And I'm gonna double click it, which I'm highlighting it. Okay, and then next, what I'm gonna do, let me see what I did. Okay, let me get this. Let me get my text. I had to look at my other design that I did because I'm like, wait, something missing. But I'm gonna go ahead and group this together and I'm gonna bring this up. And I'm just moving stuff around. I have this grouped as well. So I'm gonna bring this down. Now I want to put a trophy right there in the middle. So I'm gonna get a Super Bowl trophy. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Google. We can look in elements, but I wasn't having no luck in elements, so we can try here first. But I'm gonna type in Super Bowl trophy. All right. And you guys can look in here. I'm gonna go to graphics because this is a graphic design. So I'm gonna go to graphics and I just didn't see anything in here that I really liked. So I didn't see anything. So you guys can look through here, but like I said, I didn't really see anything that I liked. So let me see, where was I at? Okay, so what I did is I went over to, I use Microsoft Bing, and I typed in white Super Bowl trophy clip art. All right, so what I did is I scrolled down until I found an image that I like. Okay, that image is cute as well. So let me see, what did I pick? I think I had this one. So what I did is I clicked on it. All right. And it's called Trophy Super Bowl. And it got all of this. All right. So I'm going to right click it and I'm just going to copy it. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and X this out. And I'm going to go back to Canva. And I'm going to bring it in on my design. And I'm just going to paste it. Okay. And now I'm going to remove the background. So just keep in mind, if you do not have Canva Pro, you cannot remove the background. You would have to go to remove BG. You would have to go to like your browser and go to remove BG. You would have to remove the background, download it to your computer, and then upload it back into Canva. But I do have Canva Pro. So I'm going to go ahead and click remove BG. All right. And there it is. It removed the background. So now I do not want all this dead space. So I'm gonna go ahead and crop this. Now what I did is this bottom part wasn't fitting into my design. So I'm gonna crop all of this out. So I'm gonna crop it where it's only the top portion. And if you guys want to keep it on, you can keep it on. It just wasn't aligning with my vision. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click done. All right, so there it is. And I'm gonna make that a little smaller. So now I'm gonna go ahead and reposition, and then I'll finish with my design. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bigger because I wanted to appear to be in between both helmets. And then I'm just repositioning my design. I'm gonna put this in the center. And I'm gonna ungroup these two helmets because I do have them grouped together. I'm gonna ungroup it. All right. And I may have to move this. I'm gonna move this over a little bit because I want to group my helmet, the name, and the football together. So I'm gonna group that together. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna group this together. Just highlight over it and hit group. So I'm gonna take my helmet and put it right there. Make sure it's in the middle. All right. And my helmet, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna like tilt this to the side. I'm gonna tilt it like at an angle. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, so I may have to make this a little smaller. All right, and then I'm gonna go right here to where it says position, and I'm gonna bring this to the front, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Bring that to the front. And I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Make this trophy, make that trophy a little smaller. And then tilt this at an angle. I'll make this a little smaller. And I want to make sure these two are the same size. So this one is saying 1626.8. And let's see what this is saying. So this is smaller. So I'm going to do 1628.8. And I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to click on this one. And this is saying 1505.8 pixels. So I'm going to change the height to 1505.8 pixels. Okay, because I want to make sure they the same size. Okay. And right here, I'm going to click on my heading. All right, because now I want to change my text. And I'm going to change the text to LIX. So that's the Super Bowl. That's their text. So I'm going to move it up a little bit. I'm going to double click this and I'm going to do it in caps, LIX. And I'm going to make it a little bigger. Put it in the center. So next I want to change the font. So I'm gonna go up here to where it says font. And let me see. Did I use yearbook? I think I used sports. So I'm gonna hit X. And where it says recent searches, I'm gonna do sports world. All right. So I'm gonna keep it on sports world. And I'm gonna go ahead and make it a little bigger. And I'm gonna position, put it in the center. Now next, I'm gonna go to T for text again. And I'm gonna go to add a heading. I'm gonna bring this down. And I'm gonna double click it because I do want to edit the text. And I'm gonna type New Orleans, Louisiana. And I gotta make this smaller. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stretch it out. I'm gonna make it smaller so it can fit my design. And I'm gonna go right here in the three dots, align, and I'm gonna put it in the center. Next, I'm gonna go to effects. And I'm gonna go over here to where it says background. And I need to change, I'm gonna change this to black. And I'm gonna change my text to white. All right. So I'm gonna go right here where it says effects, and my roundness, I'm gonna take it down because I wanted more of a square, and the spread, I'm gonna take it down because that spread it too much. Okay. And I'm gonna bring it down. The font, I'm gonna bring it down some. And I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, take out this dead space. Position, and it says it's in the center. So let me make sure everything in the center. It says everything is in the center. That's not in the center. So I'm just making sure everything is in the center. So next I'm gonna go over to text, but I want to do add subheading because I need the smaller text. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna resize it. I'm gonna double click, and I'm gonna type February 9th, comma, 2000, hold on, comma, and then I'm gonna enter 2025. Now, when I did that, as you see, it's like a lot of space right here. I don't want that much space between the date and the year. So I'm gonna go up here in spacing. I'm gonna click on it, and where it says line spacing, I'm gonna take that down because I want it a little closer together. All right, so that's good right there. I'm gonna go ahead and resize this, and I'm gonna make it a little bigger, about right there is good. And then I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna duplicate it. And then on this side, I'm gonna make sure it's aligned. I'm gonna double click to edit. Trying to double click the whole thing. And I'm gonna type in Caesar super super some. That's what I want to type in. Um, so I'm gonna have it right there. Hey everyone, I'll answer you guys' questions. Soon as I finish, I'll see if anybody have any questions. So these are some shirt designs you guys can make. So it's supposed to be super dumb. Hold on, I knew I was doing something wrong. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna put that, just resize that, and then resize this. All right, so I think I have everything where I want it. This is in the center. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this whole thing, and I'm gonna group it together. So next, I'm gonna add a page. I'm gonna go to elements. Okay, so I'm gonna go to elements, and I'm gonna X this out, and I'm gonna type in men in white t-shirt, and I'm gonna hit enter. So I'm gonna click on this man right here. Like I said, I don't need the whole face or anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and crop this because I want more of the t-shirt. And I'm gonna hit the three dots right here for more. And I'm gonna set image as the background. So on the image I just made on page 2, I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna go to my mockup and I'm gonna paste it. And I'm gonna resize it. All right, so now you have an image. So let me go ahead. It's in the center. And you have an image. So guys, if you want to like display this on your page or whatever, just to let people know if somebody want a t-shirt or something like that, I'm going to show you how to do a mock-up because people like to take other people's images. So I'm going to go right here to text, or you can put a grid over it. So a watermark. So we'll do a watermark. So I'm gonna go over here where it says elements, and I'm gonna click right there in the search, and I'm gonna type in watermark. I think it's a water grid. Let's see. I think it's a water grid. All right. Yeah, it's a water grid. Um, so I'm gonna click right here where it says graphic. I can go up here and click graphics as well. As I said before, if you have the free version of Canva, you cannot use anything with the crown by it. So you would have to use the free elements, but I do have Canva Pro, and I'm gonna click on the three dots, and this is called Diamond Pink Grid Background. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this one. All right. And I'm going to change it black because my image, my t-shirt is white. So I'm going to click on color. I'm going to use the documents colors, which is black. And I'm just going to go ahead and stretch it out. All right. So I'm going to go up here to the top where it says transparency. And I'm going to turn it down. I want people to see the watermark, but I also want them to see the image as well. So I could take it down to like 3. All right. And if you want to use like some extra precaution, I can't even talk. You could go over here to text. And I like to use this text right here. It's called, I think this is Supermom. Text effects in pastel orange white style. I'm gonna click on that because I like to use this, to put my signature on my images. And I'm gonna ungroup it because I only want the part that says super. So I'm gonna move that up. And then mom, I'm gonna click on that and I'm gonna delete that. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and put my signature on here. So I always use my business name. So I'm gonna double click this and I'm gonna type Too Sweet Design. All right, I want it on one line. I'm gonna bring it up. And since this is a white t-shirt, I'm gonna change the text color to black. I'm gonna go up to effects. I'm gonna do an outline. And I'm gonna do the outline white. And then I just take the thickness up. All right, so that's one mock-up right there. So that's one that got the watermark on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna copy this. And then I'm gonna go to my first image, my other mock-up, and I'm gonna paste it. Did it paste? Let's see. I got to change the color to white. So you want to click on it because now you got a black shirt. So I'm gonna change the watermark, the water grid to white. And as you can see it in the background. It's real faint, but people can see that it's something on there. So I'm gonna go right here and I'm gonna grab my text. This is the extra, watermark I put on there. I always put my signature on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna click the three dots and I'm gonna hit copy and I'm gonna come back to my design and I'm gonna paste it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change the colors around. So right here for text, I have it on black. I'm gonna change it to white. And then I'm gonna go to effects and the color right here, I'm gonna change that to black. All right, and then I can just stretch it out. And that is it, guys. So now you got you two nice Super Bowl t-shirts that you can make for you and your family, your friends. So let me come over and see if anyone has any questions. Does anyone have any questions? Digital art with Canva. Anyone have any questions? Hey, Digital Art with Canva. Hey, Mona Ford. Hey, Stacy Ann. Angela, Cass. All right, guys. Do anybody have any questions? Is everybody good for this evening? Anybody have any questions? I know YouTube lags a little bit behind Zoom. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna take you guys to my Facebook group. So if you enjoyed that tutorial for more tricks and tips on designing, sublimation, DTF, digital products, if you have any questions about those or if you interested in any of those products, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm also going to take you to my Facebook group because I would love to see what you created using this tutorial. So let me take you to my Facebook group. So my Facebook group is called Too Sweet Designs University, Sublimation, Crafting, and more. All right. So I show you guys how to do like a lot of stuff. Like I said, we do sublimation, we do craft, we do designing, we do a little bit of everything. Here's some more stuff that I designed as well. So if you guys are interested in these type of products, go ahead and subscribe to my Facebook group. All right. Make sure you answer all the questions to be immediately approved. If you don't answer the questions, Facebook will automatically decline your request. So, guys, make sure you answer all the questions. And I would love to see the designs you created following this tutorial. So, does anybody have any questions? Cass T, can you sell these? Yes, you can sell these. I did not put any copyright images on here. So, yes, you can sell them. Anything that's copyrighted, you want to sell that at your own discretion. So that will be totally up to you if you want to sell it. Now, if you want to use it for personal use, that's fine. But yes, as long as you didn't use any copyright images when you did the design, yes, you can sell those. So anybody else have any questions? Anybody else have any questions? But guys, yeah, make sure you join my Facebook group so I can see what you created following the tutorial. I would love to see your designs. I hope everyone enjoyed this tutorial. And if there's no more questions, I will see you guys in the next video. I'll be back next week. Sometimes I'll also be showing you guys how to design memorial items because we got memorial coming up. Memorial is all year round, but I will be doing like a memorial challenge soon. You're welcome, Cass. I'll be doing a memorial challenge soon. I will also be doing a graduation challenge soon. So I have like a lot of stuff that's coming up. But guys, I will see you next week. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And I will see everyone next week. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for more video tutorials like this. I will see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.